All-time music writer Ian Cohen described the song as a wildly ambitious and irresponsibly horny piece of musical theater that visualized how the primal procreative urge can still thrive when dead bodies are piling up by the thousands in front of you.
Hey everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Audiophiles. My name's John, his name's Andy.
It is.
And I heard, as it were, the noise of thunder. One of the four beasts saying, "Come and see." And I saw, and behold, a white horse. There's a man going round taking names. And he decides who to free, who to blame. Everybody won't be treated all the same. There'll be a golden ladder reaching down when the man comes around. More of that later. But first, we've got a tune to listen to, selected with his special tweezers by Andy.
Yeah.
Andy, what have you got for us today?
Not my tweezers. I have a song by a band called Say Anything. Have you ever heard of the band Say Anything?
John Cusack. Jesus Christ. Those are one of the most, copied and lampooned moments in sort of teen film history from them. It is the 80s, isn't it? It must have come John Cusack's, I think, his age. Yeah, it must be the 80s.
Yeah.
I did not know there was a band named after them.
Yep. Yeah. And the song by them that I want you to check out is called Alive with the Glory of Love.
Oh, it just gets better.
It does. It does. So, go off.
Not prejudging or anything. But it does sound like a Huey Lewis and the News type of title.
I don't think you'll get shades of Huey Lewis in the News, but hey, who am I to?
I'll be the judge of that.
Yeah, exactly. That's up to you.
No, I don't think I will.
I'd love to know
I'd be fucking amazed if I did.
I'd love to know whatever your thoughts are.
Hand grenade in there. I'm really sorry. Yeah, I shall shut up and go off.
Okay. Let me know what you think.
Will do.
When I watch you, wanna do you right where you're standing. Yeah, right on the foyer, on this dark day, right in plain view. Oh yeah, of the whole ghetto, the rooftop meadows, but we ignore that. Yeah, you're lonely, baby.
Okay, so fun beginning with those sort of rising platforms, and then the group harmonies. That riff, that ding 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 ding, that's really, really tried and tested riff. It's been used 1,001 times, but it's got a nice energy to it. And then the second guitar part over the top, it's quite nice. Feels like there's like a gang of them, so you get these group harmonies coming in, yeahs, and all this sort of stuff. Yeah, very interesting. It kind of, the energy feels familiar. It will come to me. All right, let's see how it goes.
War is crazy, I won't let you down. Oh no, no, no.
Okay. Just a couple of interesting. I'm getting a bit like he said something about doing it in the foyer in front of everybody at the start, and then there's a word that sprung out there when he said about something like our city that's so shitty falls to the axis. I don't know if he what axis he means. I think of one axis in particular, but it might be a metaphor. And then black eyeliner as well. Um, yeah, there's lots of they're doing lots of little different techniques here and there, but it's really quite basic. Do you know what it sounds like? It sounds like a sort of very poppy, rocky version of a sort of modern ska revival, sort of real Big Fish. I think if you had some horns in there going bam, 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 maybe kick up the pace a touch more, you would get something like that. It's along those lines. That's what it's reminding me of. And they have all the group vocals coming in and stuff like that as well. Um, but yeah, the guitar is very sort of, it could almost be a ska-like guitar as well. Interesting.
Oh yeah, beneath the wormwood. Ooh, love me so good. They won't hear us screw away. The day I'll make you say no. I'll let them take you. Won't let them take you. Hell no, no. Oh no. I'll let them take you. Won't let them take you. Troubling car is alive with the glory of love. Troubling car alive with the glory of love. Yeah. Okay, speed it up, down. Us and dispatch us to those separate work camps. I'll dream about you. I will not doubt you with the passing of time. Oh yeah, should they kill me, your love will fill me as warm as the bullets. Yeah, I'll know my purpose. This war was worth this. I won't let you down. No, I won't. No, I won't. No, I won't. Alive, alive, hell no, no. Oh no. I won't let them take you. Won't let them take you. Hell no, no.
Spare my ass. Yeah, that second half of it. Yeah, to me it sounded like a mess. It really did. There's like about 3 really good ideas in there, but they try to cram about 20 in, and slow it down to that marching pace, and then speed it up, fellas, and all this lot. And the group vocals by the end of it were just the one bit they were like singing over the top of him as well. It was starting to annoy me slightly, I have to say. It was messy, and I can imagine people listening to this going, "Oh, this is fucking epic," and it probably is to them, fair dues. But to me, I was just like, "All right, you've had your little tantrum, calm down. Let's do the song properly now." Uh, sorry, that's how I felt. There's some good stuff in there, some really nice, energy to it. But it's just a mess. I'm sure 95% of people will disagree with me. and how it is the most important song of their youth or whatever. Fair dues. But yeah. Okay, we've got to get the story behind this. There's some really interesting the odd words I could hear. Something about the work camps, Wormwood as well. So there is definitely some narrative in there. We have to dig a bit deeper by going back and speaking with Andy.
All right. I see you've returned. And what'd you make of this number?
Swings and roundabouts,
Mhm.
snakes and ladders, boys and girls. Yeah, there's bits of this I liked. There's a couple of aspects of this that didn't like the blue touch paper for me, but I will explain. And I don't think you'll be surprised by the end of it. All I'm saying. So we begin with drum rolls and guitar rattles, and I think I said in the reaction, it's almost like different platforms coming, and then we get this almost doo-wop sort of rising harmony, and it could easily lead into "I don't know why I love you like I do," but it doesn't. But it could easily. And then your man starts singing, and I wouldn't say this out loud, but it's only you and me, so no one else can hear
Yeah,
this.
no one's watching this.
The first rasp of the vocalist as he sings, "When I mean, for a millisecond, I got like a faint whiff of like Shane McGowan in his, and briefly as it was there, it was gone again. But like for like 2 syllables,
Mm-hmm.
I thought, oh, we're going to get some Pogish type stuff, but obviously nothing like that. So then we get into this guitar riff, this din, 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 which has been used 1,000 times before, and nothing wrong with that, and it still sounds great. But it's it's a well trodden sort of like phrase, I think you call
Yeah.
it, but very nice. And he starts singing away, and we get the sort of group vocals on certain words, which again gives it the sort of dynamics to it.
Mhm.
And then there's another guitar riff, do 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 do, which is a dash more puckish, I would call it, has a hint of that mischief or impishness about it. From the vocal dynamics, I'm picturing obviously, because my mind is sometimes literal, like a gang of lads, but not a Clockwork Orange gang. Oh no,
Yeah.
this is more like sort of the T-Birds from Greece when they're sort of wandering, so almost circling him and chipping in with their little bits,
Yeah.
but in a very good-natured way. They're about as threatening as Fonz and his, window-licking nephews. It's not any threat there at all.
Yeah.
But it builds on that kind of teen film vibey area from the band's name as well, because just the nature of it is youthful and it's exuberant as well. But the energy from this extends, almost like the drive of it, and it reminded me, and I struggled for a bit in the reaction, and I got it. It feels like a more poppy version of, in particular, Real Big Fish.
Mm.
That sort of ska revival again in the 90s it was, wasn't it? It
Yes.
has that same exuberance, and that guitar would need no more than a couple of knob twibbles to become a ska sort of guitar riff. And it has that bounce. You could drop some horns into this,
Oh,
and it would
yeah,
be
yeah.
and slightly speed up, and it would be totally ska. So it has that same, and I love that sort of scary, drivey sort of bounce. So it's appealing to me at this point. And there's something in the lyrics right at the start where it says something about doing you in the foyer in front of the whole ghetto, I think it says, which, to use a football commentary term from this country, feels to me like the boy gone big very early. That's an interesting sort of opening phrase. We're getting lots of little touches here. There are little nuances almost every line. So extended words at the end of lines, and we're getting the harmonies coming in, mini drum rolls, like when he goes, "I won't let you down." At the end of that, there's a really nice 2-second little guitar string scratch, you know, the last that long. That's it. I
Mhm.
really like that touch though. Then there's and there's all this sort of stuff, dynamics going on, and then there's a biggish chorus where I think he sings "I won't let them take you," and I think he sings something else. It's like alternative lines, but I didn't quite. It was "I won't let," but I couldn't quite grasp it. And then this bit, there's ringing guitars and a group "Oh No's," which then turns into a really nice guitar with this lovely tone that only lasts about 8 seconds at the end, coming out of the chorus. Really like that. And here's where I started to notice like there's some bits to it that were just nagging at me. So the song keeps morphing, and what it does is it keeps changing or adding bits in. Here from the big chorus where he talks about the shitty city, and then it drops down, and then it goes on again. But it all seems to me, for my ears, that it's all too quick and unfocused, that they're changing, like the band have attention deficit disorder almost. They got to keep going. And I wonder if it change up for the sake of it, because I'm not really getting a narrative to why the song keeps flitting around. So that's the bit, because all the elements within the song I'm really enjoying. It keeps bouncing around like it's unfocused.
Hmm.
And that's the bit that starts to annoy me a bit. Messy, I think I called it in the particularly the second half. So then we get extended ooze, and he mentions wormwood. I think he says wormwood, and I'm thinking it's the plant rather than Scrubs, the prison, famous prison in this country called Wormwood Scrubs. Sorry, I realised you wouldn't have a clue what I'm talking about there. So we get to another chorus where the group's vocals seem to branch off into almost a different song. They're singing, and it's not complimentary to him anymore. It's almost like different, and it has that football chant. I mean, British football
Yeah.
chant effect, where if you're within the mob singing, you're having the most wonderful time singing any old bullshit. But if you're outside the mob, it's really hard to discern what the hell's going on. It's one of those effects, and that's the way I felt about that bit. I struggled to understand what they were saying, and then we slow down to. It felt to me like almost like a military marching beat. He name checks the title of the song a few times, and then we get the return of that lovely toned guitar before he sort of announces, "Okay, speed it up," and away we go again. Faster pace. That guitar continues for a bit at the new speed. And I noticed it starts to sound a bit like Brian May, which I didn't click when it was slower, but it really, it does that same tone. I thought it was amazing, and quite pleasing. So we get another break, and then it builds back up, and I believe now I can understand the sort of group chorus, almost like a Greek chorus, are singing alive, I think. And we get this final epic no, and then it's done. So yeah, to me, the second half of it just seemed a bit sort of, I think in the reaction, I said it was almost like someone having a bit of a tantrum. It's like, okay, you've done that now focus and do it again properly. Yeah. But it just felt to me, now I can totally understand that many people will see this probably as an epic song and et cetera. But for me, that's why that half didn't work as well. There were some interesting word bombs that he threw out there. There's like certain words that really attract your attention. So I heard axis, and I heard work camps. Now, axis can mean a lot of things. There's an obvious one. There's even a sort of W. Bush's axis as well.
Yeah.
A work camp, black eyeliner. I'm sure I heard him say. There's some other ones as well. So I'm not getting a narrative here, but I felt behind the sort of exuberance and bounciness, I felt there was a big. It felt like there was a big undercurrent of emotion, but I didn't quite get what it was. And I think perhaps first listen, first reaction,
Yeah.
I'm not probably going to get it, but it felt like there was a bit more to it, because it was definitely he wasn't just singing nonsense. He was singing scenarios, but I wasn't quite getting the whole scenario from from the words. So that was interesting as well. So overall, I really like the style of it. I really like this sort of bouncy, fast, dare I say, joyful nature of it. I just felt that the execution of it was just a bit messy
Mm,
for my taste. So
okay.
there you go. I said in the
No,
thing, I think it's a really good song in there. I would go at it with a pair of shears and cut all these bits out and put it back together, and it'll be like that. And I think probably 95% of people will say you are off your fucking head. But there you go. That's me.
fair. No, fair. And I think having heard your experience listening to it kind of gives you a pretty good out on why you didn't catch all the lyrics, because there's all these moving parts as the song unfolded, and you're trying to keep up with that musically while also catching these sort of like hot button words and clips and phrases that you're picking up on, or that you picked up on. So yeah,
I missed a lot. I think I missed a lot.
yeah, and as much as I love the music of the song, the lyrics are my favorite part of it, and the narrative that it's about is my favorite part of it. But I do really, really love this. I love the guitars in the song so much. So yeah, there's a lot going on.
Oh, I forgot to say, there's one bit where he broke down with some really nice, and it happened more than once. There's some nice drum work. There was one bit where it's just stick work, which sounded really crisp and brilliant as well. So yeah, so much going on. I forgot to even mention that. There you go.
Yeah, no, fair. It's one of those where even if you didn't wholly love it the first time you listened to it, you would be served to listen to it another time or two to let it fully wash over you and kind of get a better understanding of it. But yeah, thank you for giving it a listen. Say Anything. They are an American rock band from Los Angeles, California. They've released 9 studio albums. The band was formed in 2000 by Max Bemis and 4 of his friends. And I say that because there's been a lot of member turnover in the band throughout all the years. Within 2 years, they self-released 2 EPs, Junior Varsity and In Your Dreams, and 1 full-length album, Baseball, an album by Say Anything. In 2003, the band signed with their first label, Doghouse Records. A year later, they released their second album, Is a Real Boy, which is this is the song this features on that album. So the album featured Colby Linder on drums, Bemis on vocals, guitar, bass guitar, and keyboard. And when the band began touring in support of Is a Real Boy, they picked up Dan DeLauro, Casper Adams, and Kevin Seaton to round out the full band. However, despite rapidly growing critical and fan acclaim, Bemis's health problems, including bipolar disorder and drug addiction, sidelined the band in 2005 as 5 band members left during that year. And it's kind of all stems back to Bemis being the common denominator there, and kind of the hurdles that he has to probably still to this day overcome. Say Anything then signed with, it's a lot, right?
I'm just thinking, sorry, before you carry on, I'm sorry to interrupt.
No,
I was just thinking the dilemma between, you have a band which is successful or semi-successful and it's a brand, and half the members leave or whatever, and you try and carry on, and then they leave and some other come in. And it's like that old joke from Only Fools and Horses where Trigger is given an award for having the same broom. He sweeps the streets, and he's had the same broom for 20 years. And he goes, yeah, how do you do it? He goes, well, I've only had to replace the handle 18 times and the head 16 times. So at no point is that the same broom that you started with. And it's the same with a band if you churn it so much. But I guess I thought of starting again with a new and building a new brand is very difficult. So you can see why they keep going.
But if your whole brand is really one guy who wrote most of the first record on his own and played 80% of the instruments featured on it, then I guess you can get away with it. Which they have, because again, 9 albums, right? And they have all this turnover. So, but point well made and well taken there about, at what point does it stop being the original thing? But yeah, Say Anything signed with J Records in 2005, and following Bemis's successful rehabilitation, they re-released Is a Real Boy on the new label. And on October 3rd, 2005, Bemis had yet another breakdown. This time it involved depressive behavior, spitting in food, and at an outdoor cafe, spending half an hour pouring a bowl of soup onto the floor, spoonful by spoonful, engaging in a street fight, and finally it being admitted to a mental hospital by an off-duty policeman. The incident forced Say Anything to cancel their tour, and just over a year later, Bemis recovered again, and they were back on their feet, writing and touring as a band. The band, as well as certain artists within this sort of indie punk scene, such as Cursive, Me Without You, Brand New, Bright Eyes, and Manchester Orchestra, many of those bands we've covered on this channel, tend to straddle the line between older fans and a youth-oriented audience. Their style incorporates pieces of hardcore, bombastic arena rock, and post-punk. Bemis, the primary songwriter of Say Anything, stated, "I believe that an artist should let his art be appreciated by anyone who's interested and not play favorites." He also said lyrics are based on experience. However, due to Bemis's bipolar disorder and his resulting mentality, the themes of the songs are often surreal, bleak, irreverent, personal, and autobiographical. Other themes include distaste with snobbery and hypocrisy. Drugs and mankind's relationship with drugs are also a popular subject in Say Anything songs, especially on Is a Real Boy, which was written and recorded after Bemis's several drug-fueled breakdowns. In regards to writing songs for Is a Real Boy, Bemis stated, "The songs are jam-packed, fairly blatant nods to bands I dig, Queen," you heard it in the guitar, Saves the Day, Pavement, Faith No More, Fugazi, etc. These can be considered some of Say Anything's influences, but other influences at some point cited by the band include Botch, Weezer, The Stooges, Neutral Milk Hotel, Sunny Day Real Estate, Wilco, and the Foo Fighters. Also of note, the band has covered songs by Old Dirty Bastard, Got Your Money, Notorious B.I.G. No Soul contains the same hook as the sample in Juicy, although it adheres more closely to the original song, Juicy Fruit, from which the sample from Notorious B.I.G. was taken. Is a Real Boy has received almost universally positive reviews from music critics. AbsolutePunk.net reviewer Jason Tate awarded the album 99% rating and praised the band's writing, saying, "By the second song, it is perceptible that the band has a grasp on crafting songs that do not follow a formula or insult the listener by maintaining a hold on one particular sound or style." AllMusic's Corey Apar also gave the album a glowing review, writing, "Is a Real Boy comes off as an impressively well-done, multifaceted effort that deserves multiple spins and makes Say Anything truly a band to watch." Punk News noted that the album seems to be commenting in the overuse of irony in the emo scene, writing, "Yes, this album is highly ironic in that it's critical of the scene it's categorized in, and its album about a band, and there are songs in here that are about songs." But Bemis's overall quirkiness makes it work. Entertainment Weekly wrote, "Say Anything, an emo act based in LA, has a new disc that proves that the genre can be artful and intriguing." BuzzFeed included the album at number 19 in their 36 pop punks albums you need to hear before you fucking die list. Alive with the Glory of Love appeared on the Best of Emo Songs list by Vulture. Spartansburg Herald Journal included the album on their list of the best albums of the year. Rolling Stone ranked the album among the 40 greatest emo albums of all time. Cleveland.com ranked Alive with the Glory of Love at number 39 on their list of 100 best pop punk songs. Alternative Press ranked Wow, I Can Get Sexual Too at number 58, and Alive with the Glory of Love at number 27 on their list of the best 100 singles of the 2000s. Now, these lyrics. "When I watch you, wanna do you, right where you're standing, yeah, right on the foyer on this dark day, right in the plain view, oh yeah, of the whole ghetto, the boot stomp meadows, but we ignore that, yeah. You're lovely, baby. This war is crazy. I won't let you down. No, no. No, I won't let them take you. Let them take you. Hell no. No, oh no. I won't let them take you. Won't let them take you. Hell no, no. No, oh no, no, no." And when our city, vast and shitty, falls to the axis, yeah, they'll search the buildings, collect gold fillings, wallets and rings. But Miss Eyeliner, you look finer with each day in hiding. Oh yeah, beneath the wormwood. Oh, love me so good. They won't hear us screw away the day. I'll make you say, no, alive. I won't let them take you. Won't let them take you. Alive, alive with the love. Alive, alive with love tonight. Hell no. Oh no, alive. I won't let them take you. Won't let them take you. Alive, alive with love. Hell no, no. Alive with love tonight. Our Treblinka is alive with the glory of love. Treblinka, alive with the glory of love. Yeah. Okay, speed it up, go. Should they catch us and dispatch us to those separate work camps, I'll dream about you. I will not doubt you. With the passing of time, oh yeah. Should they kill me, your love will fill me as warm as the bullets, yeah. I'll know my purpose. This war was worth it. I won't let you down. No, I won't. No, I won't. No, I won't. Alive. Alive with love tonight. Alive with love tonight. Hell no. No. Oh no. Alive. Alive. I won't let them take you. Won't let them take you. Alive with love. Alive with love tonight. Hell no. 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 So I'm sure you understood as that's
yeah, I didn't get it until the gold fillings bit, but and obviously this is a sort of a romance, for the better use of the word, in the face of death, you know.
Yeah.
Of the Holocaust. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean the Treblinka was like I think the second deadliest internment camp in all of Europe during the time, second I think to only Auschwitz. So when I saw that kind of caught my eye the first time I ever heard this, because when you hear it, you think it's just this like coming of age love song. And it is, but it's a coming of age love song set in a very specific environment. And it's haunting to think about what it would have been like to grapple with your family and your potential imminent death. Your whole world turned upside down, bomb shellings and camps and gas and bullets. And then you're this young love that you're also and juggling that. It's just really, it's a really interesting take and subject matter. And like I don't want to get into anything too deep. I don't want to be too personal or anything, but like I have family that escaped some of this stuff. So it's like it makes me think about my own narrative and my own family's narrative, and did they experience some of this kind of stuff? And it just makes it like almost makes me choke up, because it's like it's corny to think of that, because you just hear the music and you're like, how could this make anybody? But the subject matter, man, is just really, really interesting to me. But yeah, Max Bemis was raised in a very strong Jewish environment. Many of Bemis's lyrics borrow from Jewish roots and contain elements of Jewish humor. While most of the band's earlier songs are free of any such inspiration, the songs of Israel Boy and In Defense of the Genre include references to Jewish heritage. Alive with the Glory of Love, Say Anything's first single, has a main subject of a relationship affected by World War II and the Holocaust, based on Bemis's grandparents. The song, described as an intense, oddly uplifting rocker about a relationship torn by the Holocaust by the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette, is actually semi-biographical in nature, telling the story of songwriter-vocalist Max Bemis's grandparents, both of whom were Holocaust survivors. The song documents the love between two individuals as they live their lives in the ghetto in hiding and in work camps. In an interview, Bemis said, "I thought about it. I thought about what it would be like to be in love and be separated from the person you love, because these times are just as dire in a way. Anything can happen in a war and a terrorist attack and cynicism and all these actors who oppose love." Naming the song as one of the 100 greatest emo songs of all time, music writer Ian Cohen described the song as a wildly ambitious and irresponsibly horny piece of musical theater that visualized how the primal procreative urge can still thrive when dead bodies are piling up by the thousands in front of you. Yeah. Interesting stuff. It's not just your typical corny little love song, because it talks about love in the face of its greatest enemy. And that is really fucking cool to me. I know I could be a bit of the emotional one and the sap out of the two of us for sure, but this one always and forever will hit harder with me than probably it does most other people. But I wanted you to hear the song. I thought you would really like the music, but then I thought, oh man, I almost don't want him to catch the lyrics, So I can see you kind of go, oh shit, have that oh shit moment as I'm halfway through them. And that's cool that you did. By the time I got to the fillings part, I saw you go. So yeah, man, thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you for
I
giving us a
mean,
listen.
really, really quickly, but my old man worked in the armed forces, and at one point in his career, he was on a special detachment with NATO, and he worked in a secret underground bunker in the woods in southern Germany, and it was built by Jewish prisoners. And if you imagine like a massive arc, and only the very top bit is above ground, the walls are 15 feet thick at the bottom, and they built Messerschmitts. It's got its own train. It's got a water reservoir that will last 300 people 2 years. It's huge. I only saw a tiny bit of it. But yeah, they had pictures up of it being built and all the Jewish, and there was a concentration camp in those woods as well. And apparently all the people in the town nearby didn't know what was going on, even though the smoke and the smell would have gone across from the ovens. Really brutal stuff. Just on the song itself, it's just really worth noting. Again, we've said this before, but I think it's a genre thing. We said this about other genres, but this didn't scream emo to my understanding of what emo means. But again, there's that cross-Atlantic difference between what emo is in our country and yours. And the second really burning question in my mind is, what was the flavor of the soup
Flavor of the soup?
that he was dripping on the floor for half an hour?
Oh, yes. Yeah. If that was a lobster bisque, I'd be pissed. You know what I mean?
I mean, if it's minestrone, fair enough.
Yeah, exactly what I was going to say. If it was minestrone or some chicken noodle bullshit, have at it.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Pizza. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Anyway.
he's Jewish. It probably wasn't lobster bisque, let's be honest. They're not keen on shellfish. But if it was a good matzo ball soup, that too. Like, come on, man. Somebody's grandmother put hard effort into that. Yeah, very interesting character when you think about all of the stuff that riddles him and the issues that he has. But in spite of all that, he's really good at penning some very interesting lyrics and telling this interesting narrative as well. So thanks for giving this a listen, man. I really, really appreciate that. Guys out there in the listening audience, let us know what you think of Say Anything, of the song in particular. If it reminded you of any other bands or genres or whatever, just feel free to pop them down there. We love seeing you guys interact with each other and interacting with us. Also, while we have your attention, please feel free to like, share, and subscribe. We're trying to grow the channel. Pretty obvious at this point. We can't do that without you. You are the subscribers. You are the numbers. You are the views. So thank you so, so much. And hopefully John and I will see all y'all in growing numbers in the next installment of the Audiophiles. See you later, guys.